So check it out. This is why you can never be late to HEX. HEX is designed to not only appreciate in value, but also provide yield, right? And these are two unique aspects of the system that are there to benefit you, the buyer of HEX. Fun fact, those of us that are already in the system don't actually benefit by anybody else entering, because the reality is that when you go on ahead, stake your HEX and get shares and then start earning yield, you're entering the pool that is only one size. So you're basically diminishing the ratio or the pro rata share that's going around to all the stakers already. And that's the beautiful thing about the system. It's designed ever so properly that even though new entrants come in and they do dilute the pool, it is not to the point where it's detrimental to your position, because you still have capital appreciation to augment that little offset that you get from people entering the system. Because the reality is when people enter, that means they're more than likely buying in most cases. So if you're entering with 500, 1,000, 5,000, $50,000, whatever the monetary value is, the system will always work the same for you with respect to your economic power. So whatever you bring to the table is what you bring to the table, no matter what, right? But this coin is going to compensate you properly with respect to your economic mass. No other coin is going to do that. They're just going to watch you hold it and be on the holders list, and that's it. This coin is going to pay you for holding it in crypto that goes up in value over time. Whoa, what happened? he fell off.
Johnny,
We lost
Johnny
him.
went to the John.
Johnny went to the
He
John.
just gave up.
But that's in
calling it
short
broken.
why
He
you.
was convinced. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he probably just ran to go buy some. But
Yeah.
that's in short why you want to get some HEX. You want to get some yield. You want to make some good money. What's up with your cam? Is that your camera? still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a new computer. I've got
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's been a shit show ever since the new computer, bro. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but it was better before, man. It's like you always drop
I was
these.
streaming from my cell phone before, man.
Yeah, well, there you go. Reverberate, revert.
Yeah, Hex is the only coin that literally has to go down 40% per year consecutively for you to lose money.
Right. Think about
That-
that one.
If you're staked for 10 years, it literally would have to go down 40% every single year for 10 years.
Check this out. Check this out. This is great. I'm glad you brought this up. Check this out. At the end, because somebody asked me when's doubling, when's the next double? At the end of Big Payday, which previous to this point in time that we're living through right now, from September to now, that month of November, Big Payday was the biggest selling occurrence in HEX history, and we did 167x from that low. Not even from that low, it was even more. But I'm just going from the bottom, like early December, to the top in September 14th, 19th, whatever it was. We did 167x. People have been selling HEX for the past freaking 4 months like morons. And guess what?
They did before Big Payday too. They made that mistake before, and everybody that did it is sorely regretting it.
Oh, aren't they? So what do you think is going to happen once this rampage of selling ends and there is no more reason for sellers to sell? Because guess what? They sold everything. Because the buying's never stopped, right? The buying's never stopped. It's the dollar volume of the selling, because the sellers are horrible sellers. They're not even good sellers. So they
Those
fuck
are
themselves.
horrible people.
Oh, well, no. They're not horrible people. They're horrible sellers. They're two distinct things. We don't give a fuck if anybody sells, but we care if you're a stupid fuck that doesn't know how to sell. Two different things.
Yeah, they're selling against themselves. They're putting themselves in a position where they are getting the least possible value out of what they're selling, and it's just, but it's what's learned behavior in the crypto space was get in, get out like hot potato. They don't, there's not been an asset that earns like HEX earns and they don't know what they're tossing away because they're just going with old habits. You know, they're playing the hot potato game, and it's unfortunate. And this will only last as, you know, people get more educated. You know, I don't think they're viewing our content. I don't think they understand that
Of
there's
course
any
not.
different. You know, they're playing old games by old rules, and you know, in those rules, that type of behavior is perfectly fine. But the game's changed, and they're, you know, heck.